Something very large is approaching our Earth. Could it be Planet X Nibiru? According to Brazilian astronomer Tio Abadoma, an intrusive celestial body is controlled by space telescopes and ground-based telescopes around the world. An unknown object currently located near the planets Jupiter and Saturn seems to be accelerating. Coincidence or not, but recently a strange celestial phenomenon was observed in Trenton, New Jersey by Alonso Entom, who was able to capture some kind of a celestial object close to the sun, often called by some the second sun. Alonso, who is an experienced operator, said, "It moved very fast, and although it was very difficult to concentrate, I was able to keep this in some way steady. It lasted about 5 minutes and then disappeared." Was it Planet X, still known as Nibiru, or maybe it's a giant alien ship? Maybe what's happening on Earth is directly related to this unidentified cosmic object, he said. A little while ago, a very strange observation was made with the NASA Stereo Solar Terrestrial Relations Observatory Double Orbital Telescope. No one knows what came into view of the satellites, but one thing was obvious: the object was very large and most likely artificial. Since none of the living people have ever seen anything like this before, online debate has begun on the nature of this object. In the meantime, some people argue other people did not waste time and sat down at network services and telescopes, and here is what came of it. And there's a video here from NASA official photos posted recently, and now everyone is wondering, what is it? There's a huge orb close to the sun. If it was a shooting artifact or some kind of a light flare, it would either appear in one frame or would be in all frames being in one place, but this thing moves and changes size like the contours of a force field. For the accuracy of the experiment, since the stereo service was used, one should look at the sun through another telescope from another satellite, and that was done. Again, some kind of incomprehensible round artifact, and somehow surprisingly coincidence that on two different satellite systems, the artifacts are of the same angular size relative to the sun at the same time. In fact, that around the Earth and the sun, whatever flies has been known for a long time. NASA's traditional explanation of artifacts is also known. The most famous such artifact was pieces of broken satellite, which allegedly dropped by mission STS-75, that's the 75th flight of the shuttle Columbia, in February 1996. And there, one of the astronauts chose a very unfortunate moment to film space, and at that moment, the Flight Control Center had a TV live broadcast. Although all these are strange, it still somehow interestingly coincided that there was a pandemic on Earth, and the fight against which the authorities driving people home, people begin to think that this is all before the arrival of perhaps some kind of a Planet X Nibiru. And then suddenly, 3 times in a row, the satellites register an artifact similar to the entrance to the solar system of something grandiose. And in this situation, we now simply do not know what to think. So for now, let's just follow the course of events. And this is on Solask, and there's a lot of videos in here you can see in the article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.